Hey, so Alyssa and I were talking the other day. We recently wrapped up the sale of two trust sales in December. They went phenomenally well. And we were talking a little bit about what had them go the way that they went. Not only did both sellers have an easeful experience, but we ended up selling the homes for more than what they had anticipated joyfully in a difficult market in the winter. And that led us to think about what does it mean to be a full service agent. While it is kind of expected and probably well known that we have the basics in place. We are excellent negotiators, we are savvy marketers, we advise our clients well. We also have a cadre of service providers. So when somebody needs a good painter at a good price, we can help them with that. You're having storms right now. If you're having drainage issues, we can help you, connect you with somebody who can help you with that. I think the thing that really differentiates what a full service agent is from somebody who is merely going to take a house and put it on MLS, on the market, and wait for buyers to come, is that we recognize that the experience of selling a home really differs depending on what the circumstances. So a lot of our sellers are trust sales. These are folks who oftentimes are experiencing personal loss. So perhaps it's the loss of a loved one, perhaps it's the loss of a relationship as they're going through a divorce, perhaps it's the loss of a life that they thought they were going to have. They're unexpectedly changing jobs and moving. And so the sale of a home is not always a joyful experience. It's something that's complicated emotionally. And while Alyssa and I can't pretend to fix the emotional side of it, at the very least, we can be really good listeners and understand and really cater our responses, our speed, our wraparound services to whatever the seller needs in that moment. Just to illustrate one of those sales I mentioned in December, the trim of the door had all of those hash marks, from the 70s through the 80s of their children growing and showing how much they'd grown through that time. And next to those hash marks, there was a parallel set of hash marks as to their grandchildren and how their grandchildren had grown over time. This is a family home. They were selling it because the matriarch of the family had aged out, and it was just a really important thing for us to really pay very close attention to what the needs were. So we helped with estate sales. We helped with hauling and donation services. Our assistant was phenomenal at selling whatever they could on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and Nextdoor. Really going the extra mile to make sure that those things that are important to them are taken care of. And I think the other thing that's important to recognize is that these folks oftentimes are dealing with time is of the essence. So sometimes these sales have reverse mortgages on them. They can be very costly. Sometimes, even if there's not a mortgage, an adult child will be the one managing the estate, and there's cost associated with that. So there can be many, many months of us kind of slowly planning, matching the speed of what the seller needs. But then when it's go time and they hand us the keys, we move very quickly. We just handle everything from soup to nuts. And the whole time, communication is really important. So, when we talk a little bit about what it means to hire somebody who is merely going to take pretty pictures of a house and put it on the internet versus really caring for what the seller's experience is, that for us is really what differentiates that full service experience. Beyond the fact that during market preparation, we will pick all the pink colors and we will choose the light fixtures and we will make copies of the keys. We will do all those things. I think the more meaningful thing for a lot of our sellers is that kind of emotional support, and also understanding that no two sellers are alike, and we are here to individually work with people depending on whatever their personal priorities are. So I hope that kind of gives you a little bit of insight as to how we think about it, because there is no formal definition as to what a full service agent is. If you have any questions about how this could be relevant for you, then please reach out. We're here for you. Take care.